Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube segment, I want to talk about something regarding a video I saw recently, and it was a video regarding this microchip and the and what could be possibly this mark of the beast that's been prophesied biblically. Now, in the video, it said in Sweden, it was according to a New York Times report, that there were like 4,000 Swedes had microchips in their hands, and this is really, I guess it's like a tracking device in a way. I mean, we already got, I believe there's watches that have this. I mean, we use GPS constantly. I wonder if this could be a harbinger of some kind of precursor of things to come, possibly. The thing about this is, you know, this thing obviously could escalate. And that 4,000, that number, I mean, this was a video some time ago. Who knows what that number is now in terms of the amount of people that have that chip implanted in their hand. I think this could very well be what's been prophesized. And I mean, what's going to happen if people refuse this and repudiate, you know, what this chip, if it escalates and it comes to America? Are we not going to be able to buy anything? What do we do if we refuse it? Now, I understand we may not be killed if we don't choose it, but what I'm thinking of is if something happens and we don't accept it, what happens? We're not going to be able to eat or get our money for subsistence and survival. Now, if you're a believer, you know, this is a thing where you may have to reject it in the name of your belief, which I think this is a very good possibility. It's very plausible right now. This is something, I mean, I do believe there will be a lot of the biblical prophecies going to come to pass. The universal monetary system, one world religion. There's going to be the universal monetary system. It's like that common market that's been talked about. That could very well come to pass. So, I mean, this is just something to think about. This is not being overly fatalistic or overly pessimistic, but I mean, this thing might have a long way to go before it comes into all different countries and before this escalates globally. But I think this is still something to maybe have some concern about. And if you're a believer, it's really might be the best interest to reject this when the time comes, as far as if you're requested to have this implant, and you now, biblically it states that there's going to be that mark that will be like by the hand or maybe the forehead. There might be something coming to the forehead as well. It wouldn't surprise me if you have the mark on the implant with the hand and something on the forehead as well. Would not surprise me in the least. Already seen a number of the things. I mean, the end of the world could be a number of years from now. I don't think it's going to be like in the next year or two, but I think there's definitely, this is one of the signs we're seeing, among with other things, with the, you know, the wildfires, and you see all the volatile actions are escalating. There's just a lot of things going on. I mean, I believe the world right now, I think we have like maybe 50% more in the world than what we really need. I mean, in terms relative to our resources. In other words, we're supporting about maybe 50% more than what we really can afford to support based on the resources available. So we're going to succumb possibly to overpopulation at some point. You already have a lot of the people dying, which I know this had been going on for a long time anyway, in the like third world countries or what have you, succumbing to starvation, malnutrition. I mean, I think we're a lot closer to the end times now than we were, say, 50 years ago. I think it's conceivable the world could end maybe in 20, 25 years, which could very well be, in my lifetime, a lot of our lifetimes. So just something to consider. Look at the signs that are coming. That I don't think that the Bible and everything is really as fantastical or preposterous a lot of people may think it is. I think a lot of these things are going to be coming to pass. I'm not sure if there's an actual literal hell in terms of the fiery inferno and all this, but I mean, I do believe there is some kind of world with the supreme being that you can go to, but I think a lot of it will be dependent on whether you accept this chip or not when the time comes. I think that could very well be that mark of the beast, and at least it's a very good precursor, harbinger of things to come, I believe. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.